Oh shit. Terrible.
And I'ma lead them boys at the line of scrimmage. I am a New Orleans.
Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of Fourth and Inches with Mills and Kelt. It's your boy Mills. Kelt, what's up, bro?
What's going on, big dog? Feeling a lot better than yesterday. You know, what's going on with you?
Same old shit, man. Holidays is over. We back to the grind. We got a special guest in the house. As everybody knows by now, the big game is going to be Michigan, Washington. I couldn't think of a bigger Michigan fan. I couldn't. So I got my boy Kai on. What's up, Khiree?
What's going on, Mills? Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. Had to, bro. I thought of a couple, y'all, because Kelt, and for you, and for because you know about Peb. You don't know him, but like this is one of Peb's homeboys. He lives up there in Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my
Peb's
brother.
not been on the show, but we've talked about him a million times, and tried to get him on the show, but it just didn't.
Shout out
work
to my boy
whenever he was
Pell,
here.
man.
Yeah, shout out to my boy.
How you feeling, man? Before we get into all this, man, how you feeling about everything going on? You probably pretty happy.
Am I? Shit. I real on some real shit. I mean, I've never seen them get to this point in my 34 years of living. It's crazy because speaking of Peb, he literally asked me this last year, 2 years ago. It was after the Lakers won. Cause I'm a Laker fan. Shout out to the Lakers. But he asked me, yeah. I don't even want to talk about them right now. Let's stick to this. But he asked me what would mean more to me would it mean to see the Lakers win and pass Boston or to see Michigan win a championship? And I instantly said Michigan. I was like, I've seen the Lakers win 6 in my lifetime. So that right there is like, okay, we won. I do want to pass Boston, but I feel like we're going to get that eventually. But I've never seen Michigan win. So to see us in a position to actually win it, it's a great feeling though.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's got to be. As an adult, I've seen my boys. My phone's gonna die. That's gonna suck. As an adult, I've seen my team win, and before that, it's something different. I was telling you about this yesterday or whenever it was we talked. Seeing them as an adult win is different. Because I can remember when before that in '99, I was like 11. I mean, I cared. I mean, I can remember, my dad and everybody jumping around and shit and all that, but I didn't care as much as I do as an adult, and and this is some real shit, man. I know, and at this point, I kind of hope you get to feel it. But it's the quickest off season you will ever have is when your team wins the Natty. That shit flies by.
Believe it. We got one more to do, though. One more to do.
Yeah, man, for sure. Before we get into the whole Michigan thing, me and Kelt's got some business to take care of.
Go ahead and handle that business, man. Go ahead and handle that business. And I'm not going to lie. My bad for cutting you off. If I had to pick between the two, I do love Michigan, but I've always been a silent supporter of Florida State, man. So, get the Hurricanes out of here. Go ahead, handle that business, man.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't known. How long have we known each other, by the way?
Man, bro, it's been like
10 years.
I tell people it's been about 10 years, man. I got on the Xbox around
College football days.
around the time I had my son, bro.
Yeah,
Peb was doing the math. He's 10 years.
How old is Peb's oldest daughter? She's like 17 or something.
17, bro.
So and she was like 2 when I met him. So
Peb got a 17-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Peb's old man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Known Kai for a long time. He was, but when we're coming to the Big Ten in a couple of years, you gotta drop your.
I gotta cut it. Yeah, Florida State comes to the Big Ten. I'm cutting them off. There's no question about it. Nothing is bigger than Michigan football to me. So
that trumps all sports and everything too.
It trumps everything. Even I was just weighing in on that with my boy Brandon the other day, like Michigan over the Lakers. I love the Lakers. You know how much I love the Lakers, bro. But Michigan, I don't know. It's just that's what I love.
Yeah, I feel
Michigan
you on that,
football.
bro. I love my Jags. I love my Braves baseball. I love, but ain't nothing topping them Knowles. I ain't got no tattoos, nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I put them boys on my arm. So
Yeah.
uh,
Shout
it's
out to
all
my
love.
Ravens.
Hey, y'all picked up Dalvin today. I just read.
Hey,
They
hey,
did.
hey, hey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my boy
You
Dalvin
know,
just can't. Should have just not asked for so much money. He'd probably still be at Minnesota.
I mean, personally, a couple Seminole friends sent it to me, and they was like, "Why you feel about this?" And I was like, "As long as he not throwing L dog off, I'm all good with it. If he can get in and
Yeah,
be the spark that we need him to be, get in there and be dynamic. That's really
yeah.
it.
Just go in there
Go
and don't
catch a
fumble.
couple Texas routes."
Yeah, yeah, because it's still Dalvin. You know what I'm saying? He's still got the burst. I feel like.
I just for this to be his third team since he got to, like his third team, I'm kind of iffy about it. Like I feel
It's
like they trying to
crazy.
put something on him. They trying to put a
Yeah.
stain on his
He
shirt.
wanted He wanted a lot of money, man, and the
He
running backs
deserves
just
it.
ain't value. The running backs ain't valued like that no
Well,
more,
yeah,
though.
that's a different conversation because I feel like that's BS. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, they ain't. Like Derrick Henry is one of the few. Like outside of him, like who stays on a team for that long anymore? Like they just don't. They can get a new one out
You're
the
right,
draft easily. A fifth.
but
Look
they
at
asked.
Pacheco. Like what was Pacheco? Like a 6th rounder?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, you can go draft somebody easily in the 6th round that can tote the ball for you.
Yeah, running
yeah.
backs aren't going in the first two. If they do, it's like, what did Bajan go? Bajan went
First,
high. Yeah. So, I mean,
Bajan went first. Yeah, he
he
went first.
did.
first
He
round.
did. And even then,
Atlanta
like, they
needed him
weren't
though.
even, they did. But even then, though, he came in and split carries with Algier. You
Mm-hmm.
know, Algier, he been getting a lot of carries. I got him in fantasy. So I know that was my first pick, Mills.
I remember.
That
You
was my
shot the
first
whole
pick.
league with that
And
one.
don't get me wrong, he did produce for me because it was like, oh, he'll break one. He's showing that he's like that, but they weren't feeding him.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
no. And then also they got Patterson. He gonna get a couple totes. He's like, there's not many backs that are like all down. Like, was it called every down back? There's not many of them out there. So, uh, it is what it is. Y'all can smoke, man. Y'all ain't gonna have to hide it. I know Khiree is. Y'all can.
we ain't gonna hide it.
Fuck it. This episode.
It's legal, baby. It's legal.
That's right. We ain't
Nah,
sponsored yet, but we're looking
I've
for
been trying.
sponsors out there, y'all. We are looking. Uh, real shit though. Me and my dog Kelt, we both had some bowl games that we're gonna talk about real quick. Let's dive on into mine. I feel like mine was more fun. Everybody had more fun with my game. I think Kelt's playing it behind him, which is real fucking cool of him.
I'm not. I'm playing Michael Penix.
That's a crazy troll session if he is playing that game.
Bro, he was. Was you not playing it when we started?
I would never.
You're
I
a
would
fucking
never.
asshole. Everybody calls me the asshole. That's what's crazy. But we took a fucking crazy L, and it's a weird feeling because I couldn't give a shit less. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even. I couldn't, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I wanted to win, but it don't fucking mean nothing. And what's even more crazy is that before the game, we even had more people than I was aware. We had people make the trip, dress, and that are coming back next year that sat.
Now,
Because of a boycott? Were they boycotting?
I
Bethune,
guess.
Bethune Farmer.
Farmer's coming back up to this point,
Yeah,
unless I just don't know something.
like
Bethune declared, though.
it was people that was projected starters on the depth chart that sat out, and I was like,
Yeah,
I don't mean to cut in on you, but it's some people that should have fucking played. Let's just be
Well,
for
in
real.
my opinion, if you're not a first-round guy, you fucking play. Johnny Wilson, you need more catches on your tape, in my opinion.
Jerry and Jones play fucking
Jerry
ball.
and Jones.
Akeem
So at
Dent.
this point, I feel like it was a boycott, because Akeem Dent, guess what? Akeem Dent's going to play in the Senior Bowl. That's a game. So why didn't you play in this Georgia? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like on one hand, I get it because you got fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel you, but the other hand, it's like, oh boy, got the bong. But but on the other hand, it's like you let down your brothers. That's for sure.
But what I don't like that y'all did after we beat Georgia or after we beat Alabama, excuse me, y'all start tweeting and then putting out like, "Oh, y'all should have been there," and then all this. Well,
Yeah.
you could have proved that versus Georgia too, that y'all should have been there.
Yeah,
You
all the
know,
players. Now, I do agree with them, but you don't. The guys that didn't play, you shouldn't tweet a fuck thing about
It
being
was
somewhere.
everybody that didn't fucking play, bro.
everybody that didn't play.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I
And I'm
100% agree
like,
with you.
the only person I gave a pass to was Jay Trav. Outside of him,
Mm-hmm.
fuck the rest of y'all. Like
Verse and Coleman shouldn't play in that game.
who?
Verse and Coleman. It's first round money. I ain't fucking with that.
I ain't gonna lie, John. Yes and no. I feel like y'all needed to put the best product you could out. I felt like that was a moment where you need to if everybody would have bought in, like you said, if we doing it for J Trav, everybody buy in. I get it if Verse sit out. I get it if Coleman sit out, and I get it if they play.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Well, we would have played. Everybody would have played, and I'll be honest. Everybody's talking shit about our offensive production, like with Brock Glenn. All I'm saying is that wasn't stellar quarterback play I seen in the fucking championship between Michigan and Michigan and Alabama. I mean, both them boys threw for like, what was it?
Milrow didn't throw for
Milrow
2.
threw for 116. McCarthy ended
Ooh,
up with 221.
I can't wait to talk about Milrow. Keep going.
Oh
Yeah.
man, come on, that's my guy.
Ooh,
But
I know.
all I'm saying
I
is
know.
this: I've seen this.
Come on, bro.
I've seen this, bro. This is two things that can fix bowl games right here.
Talk
Because
to
even
me.
if we didn't have the opt-outs for guys that were going to the league, you still had a bunch of transfers. For one, the transfer portal should not be open until after all the bowl games are played. That's first thing. That's the first thing we do. Before all the bowl games are done, the season's over, and then the fucking portal opens.
I agree.
There's no reason for it to
Okay.
open before.
Okay.
That's the first thing. Second thing
What
is,
else?
we get millions of dollars to go to this game, right? To go play in this Orange Bowl. Okay? The school, just go ahead and cut that money in half. And this is not my idea, so don't think I'm just some genius. I've seen this somewhere else, and I agree. But take half that money and give it to the players for playing, though. I mean, you're talking millions and millions. And I don't know how many millions of dollars you get for being in the Orange Bowl, but it's several. So then you take
It's like
half that money, cut it in
yeah.
half, give it to the players. We probably got some more. We probably got ourselves some players now. You know what I mean?
If you pay the, but see, this is what that's gonna cause. Because here's the rebuttal to that. If we paying to play, what makes us different than the NFL?
We're not different than the NFL. College is not different than the NFL anymore. It's just called different things.
The rulings are a little different, but outside of that,
They're showing right now with Marvin Harrison that they're trying to offer him $20 million to stay in school.
Bro, that's insane.
To beat,
Let his
and
ass go.
he's only staying there, and he said it himself, to beat us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's
he never
staying
did.
there. Yeah. So he literally.
Oh my God.
I don't think he is, but that was the offer, though. You know
I'm
what I'm
not paying
saying?
$20 million for Patrick Mahomes to come be my quarterback at Florida State. $20 million for 1 year? That's crazy.
For 1
You know what I
year.
mean?
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm sold.
Wide receiver.
20 M's, I'm sold.
For Mahomes is a little bit weird, but for
You're saying if you're Marv, you're taking the 20?
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't.
Ooh.
I'm going pro.
You're risking stuff. Yeah, I get it. No, man.
You're
His
getting
contract,
pro.
his signing bonus alone is going to be more than $20 million, ain't it?
Yeah, and I might go one. If they keep Justin Fields. I would keep Justin Fields, but shit, I'm going 2 or 3.
Second, you talking
Bro,
about pick? You're second.
20
pick.
M's.
Yeah, I'm going
This is
top
what
3. Why wouldn't
This is
I?
what I'm looking at. Okay, it's the Big Ten. The only thing he could do is probably get hurt, right? But he still got the money.
Thing.
That's a bad thing, though.
Yeah, okay, I get it. But the same thing can happen in the NFL. But I'm just saying, 20
I
for
got
a
a
year.
guaranteed contract for 3 more years, though.
You really can't go wrong either way. Yeah, I mean,
20 for a year, bro. I'm just saying, what's the wrong? That's 12 games.
Yeah, but you're making a lot more if you go second round. Second pick, third pick.
Yeah. Well, the contracts ain't what they used to be.
Yeah, you can like leverage and shit. Like your contract ain't set in stone. Like I've seen people hold out.
Yeah. I know. In
But
3
I'm saying
years,
He can
3
ball
years it'll
out.
be 3 years what? 45 mil. 3 years. They're like 45.
He ball out, win Rookie of the Year, get a contract
That's
extension.
incentives. But I'm just
I'm
saying
just
you put the
saying, like,
if on it. I'm just saying it's 1 year. Just think about it. It's kind of depending on how you look
I
at
ain't
it.
doing it. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't risk it.
Enough about those fuck eyes, huh, Khiree?
Fuck
I just
that.
want to say though, y'all both hate Ohio State though. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't like Ohio State bitch ass.
Everybody that says this is a record
They-
loss, but I just want to
they beat
point out
y'all.
another few records that happened in the Florida State and Georgia game. Do you guys know?
Of course I know.
Well, I mean, it was the biggest blowout, but who gives a fuck? It's an exhibition game against our scout team. 50 scholarship players is what we had travel. Do you know that's the fewest in the history of any college football bowl game?
Yes, we know. We know. I saw the
That
sheet.
98% of our
Yep.
offensive production was missing.
Mm-hmm.
That 88% of our defensive production was missing.
Mm-hmm.
If you troll me, fuck you. No, and you know what? I actually want to say no one did actually come for me. And I didn't know this. I watched the game. Jada's family is they're hillbillies, and they hunt and stuff. And we was in the woods camping.
Why you had to whisper
I
that?
know. But we was in the woods, so I had the dish satellite set up. I watched the game, but I didn't have no internet service, so I really didn't get on Facebook till the next morning, and it was pretty brutal. But nobody really came for me. You know, y'all had y'all's fun. You know, there was a lot of trolling, which is to be expected. I understand, but
I ain't gonna lie, I had a good time that night.
you posted more this last week than I've seen you post all year.
That's crazy.
This is the most fun y'all have had all year, probably too.
I had to because listen, I was getting fucked with all year, and when I seen it, I was like, oh boy.
Yeah. What was you expecting though?
No, listen, y'all played good the first couple drives, so I'm like,
oh, bro, I ain't gonna lie. When Patrick Payton sacked him and knocked the ball loose,
yeah.
I said, hold on.
Listen,
Hold
so
on.
I said, listen, this is exact. Mark my words. This what I did. I said, if these motherfuckers win, they ain't gonna worry about who all missing. Everything you said that would have never been mentioned. Oh, we just smacked these boys.
It would have been that how shitty is Georgia if they let us win.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. So I'm watching the game. This is the play that I knew y'all was fucked. Was it like a slip screen to 84? He made everybody miss and went to the end zone. I was like, yeah, this shit done.
Yeah, we had 2 starters on defense.
Them boys, bro. When Kirby's son in the game, did his son get in and run a couple times?
That's never good. No, not Kirby's son. Will Muschamp's son.
One of them at the end of the game. Somebody's son.
Will Muschamp's son got in.
He had them put him in, and he was, everybody was happy to see him scrambling around a little bit. I said, yeah, this ain't good, yeah, boy.
And this isn't even my team for next year. No one's team right now is what it is for next year. I mean, since that game we picked up, and I even really know how to say his name now, DJ Uiagalelei. I can say it.
Yeah.
And we got him. We had Marvin Jones. We're not done in the portal. We're projected to get a few more guys. We really need help at linebacker. Randy Shannon is really fucking pissing me off. Like, go get somebody at linebacker. Because that's what worries me the most next year is linebackers. And if we trot out those guys that we had, I don't like it. So that's where we need help. But yeah, monumental L, 63-3, like 1,000 yards of offense they had on us. Brock Glenn actually made some throws, though. Brock Glenn surprised me.
Listen, this is what I said. First of all, y'all set a lot of records, John. First of all.
Oh, yeah, I had like 10 more here.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah. But, I mean, shit, what was y'all expecting us to scout?
Bro,
we literally had scout players in.
Not that, John. Not that. I didn't expect that. I swear I did.
I did.
Not that.
Kinda.
I knew it was going to be. Listen.
Georgia's supposed to be in the Final Four, so I expected it.
Right.
I didn't expect that. Like, bro, Florida State showed they had a little bit. I thought they was going to sustain that through the rest of the game.
That shit was going to. That was emotional.
Man, listen, and they were mentally defeated from that shit, bro.
Bro,
They
that
they
running
were
back,
done.
it was
Like they
it was that
didn't
big
want to
ass
play.
that big ass running back number 2.
Kendall Milton.
Bro, he was but like he was playing bully ball the first half, bro.
Yeah, he
It
was
was
running through
it
him.
wasn't right.
He
It
had
wasn't right the first
104
half.
yards on 9 carries.
Six TDs and a half, bro.
I don't know what everybody was expecting. I mean, I know people that were
I didn't
talking shit. I
expect
talk
that. I
shit.
knew
I'm gonna
y'all was
talk
gonna
shit.
lose, but not like that. Like
Yeah,
that's
I had a
crazy.
feeling it was gonna be not pretty. But it is what it is. You know, but I also feel like this is real shit. I feel like even with Brock Glenn, you put us in the playoffs and we don't lose to any of these 4 teams, any of y'all. We don't lose to any of y'all like we lost to Georgia. If we lose, I think we can beat some of y'all. If we lose, and it's not much. You know what I'm saying? So you got motherfuckers like T.O. talking shit. Like if you really feel like, because that's the thing, the same people who are like, this is why Florida State didn't need to be in the playoffs. If you think that's the 13-0 Florida State team that played against Georgia, you don't know football at all, and I don't want to talk football with you. You know what I'm saying? It's the same people that is like, oh, well, y'all are real different without Jordan Travis, but you don't think we're different without 9 starters on the defensive side? We're not the same team with like 8 on the offense. Like, fuck it. We had our 5th string running back. 5th.
Yeah.
We played motherfuckers I don't even know, and you got to be way down the depth chart for me not to know your name.
I got a question, right? So you think guys would play in the national championship, and even though they're gonna be a high draft pick, they gonna rather play in the playoffs?
Everybody does. No one does. No one sits the playoffs.
I've never seen nobody sit the Final Four.
Mm-mm. Yeah, everybody would play. Everybody would be in. Nobody would have sat out.
So you don't think y'all would have lost to nobody in the top 4?
I feel like we have a chance. I feel like even if we do, I feel like we could have. Man, what the fuck did I see that was like crazy? The only thing is Brock Glenn. That's the only worry I had, and he had a full month to practice, like, and get better with his team. And I'm just saying, stranger shit's happening.
Let me ask you this: if it was next year, and it was the 12, does everybody play?
Yeah, I think just like we just said, I think everybody plays. If you have a chance for the national chance, that's what you come to football, college football for. You know, you want to get a natty.
I think that's gonna. I mean, it's gonna help cut out a lot of people not playing,
missing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's that's gonna be interesting next year. I love it.
I love it too. I can't wait.
It's opportunities for me to put some cheese on the line. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Shout out to the Seminoles or the Indians, whoever it was that got us the app to bet here. Hard Rock app. My guys, we can bet now, Khiree.
Okay.
Yeah, we can put
Moving
some
along.
parlays in. All right, man. Enough about my fucking team. Talk about these Hurricanes.
Let's talk about this.
Shout out to the Big Ten.
Yeah, the Rutgers.
Hey, before I just want to make sure y'all can see this. This is what he said about the Big Ten, y'all. Can y'all see that? This is what he said about the Big Ten. I'm like, damn.
I'm like, down 2 of them.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, okay. Then I seen Rutgers beat them. I'm like, I see we was playing some SEC schools. You know, they beat up on us. You know, all right. But damn, the man that gave us the 2 thumbs down, and then y'all go out and lose to Rutgers.
And this is y'all's team next year. This is, I mean, unless something changes, Khiree is the man, right? Is Khiree not the man as of right now?
Right now, it's an Emory comeback.
It's gonna be.
You think Emory plays over Khiree?
Absolutely.
I don't know, man. I feel like Khiree's. I don't know. I seen
Emory. He played well. He played. I mean, he just got to get better. I mean, we playing with our 3rd string.
It's a competition. It's competition. I feel like this.
If you think that was us at 100%, you foolish. We was missing a lot of guys, and it was a lot of shit that was like, it's okay to miss those like early in the season, but in certain moments, bro, you got to step into it. And we was forcing a lot out of a guy that hadn't played all year. Like, you force a guy to have a connection with guys like over a couple weeks, it'll be okay. But in moments with other teams, how good you think he gonna be? That we had moments. I don't like how that touchdown to X. It was a touchdown. I want to know what they saw to make them overturn it.
His ass cheek was down.
Bro, his heel hit first. You gotta watch his feet.
Yeah. I did. Did I watch those games? It's been a long time
But
since we
hey,
recorded.
it is what it is. Boy,
Um, y'all was missing some guys. Y'all was missing what? Cam didn't play. Leonard Taylor, James Williams.
Matt Lee, um, what's the left tackle? One of the tackles didn't play.
But it's Rutgers.
It's Rutgers. Thumbs up.
Yeah,
Y'all
it was
lost
an
to a
ugly
Georgia
game.
school this year too, with all your starters too. By the way, I
You
forgot to
said
say
what?
that earlier. I said y'all lost to a Georgia school this year too, with all your starters in.
You got a lot of jokes. 60, one of the 60 boys over there.
Hey man,
Don't do that
I'd
to me,
rather.
man. Cause
It could have
I
been.
ain't say
It could have
nothing
been
to you.
1,000 to 3. I
I
don't
ain't
care.
say nothing to
It
you,
wasn't my
bro.
team.
I didn't say nothing to you, bro.
We got to get our shit
Everybody
off.
was missing people, fam. Come on now. I lost just like you. The only thing is they put a basketball score on y'all boys.
It could have been. It literally could have been more.
It
When
was
Kirby didn't score 70, I was like, he could score. I don't care. I mean, this is not my team, dog. This is not my. This is not the 13-0 Knowles. Like bowl games at this point, especially when people are trying to boycott. You know, it just didn't. It doesn't mean the same anymore. Orange Bowl meant something. We played Michigan in one. What was that? Khiree 17. That was a fire ass fucking. We only had
Yeah.
like one or two play. Like Jabril sat.
Jabril said
I
it's
hated
tough.
that. That's what
I
that
hated it too.
I felt like y'all if y'all had Jabril, y'all would have beat them boys.
I think so
No.
too. You know, it's easy to say, but I really
You
think
just
that
you
with
just needed him
Jabril,
because
we would
he
have.
was he'll jump he'll pick six something he'll do something
Jabril?
to jump the game. Yeah, Jabril nice. Don't do that.
Jabril
Don't do
make
Jabril
a
that.
play.
Peppers?
Jabril
Jabril's
will make a
nice.
play.
Fun fact: Ermin Lane and his career at Florida State, we recruited him as a wide receiver. Do you know he finished his career with more interceptions than Jabril Peppers did? The Heisman hope.
Jabril made a lot of defensive plays, right?
He did. I'm just
Yeah, he
saying, man.
did,
I don't
but
think he was.
he
They
only had a
wasn't
couple
mainly
interceptions.
interceptions. There was fumbles.
Yeah,
He did everything.
He was
He
just a
scored touchdowns.
playmaker. He was just a playmaker.
He wasn't Tyrann Matthew-ish, but he was one of those
What's
type
that?
of guys.
What's that corner y'all had though that y'all thought was pretty good?
Who?
Jordan Lewis.
Man, my boy Naquan Murray lived.
Jordan Lewis starting for the Dallas Cowboys right now. So shout out to
Man.
him. Stop
Yeah,
playing.
Jordan, bro.
But hey
burnt
man,
the
listen,
chicken
I
dog.
seen Jordan. Listen, I mean, but he was a top tier, player at corner. But when he played some of them boys,
Hey, bro. My
he
boy
got
Noonan
cooked.
struck off for a cool 90 yards on him and then
Cooked.
fucking head tapped him for the game. I was like, fuck yeah. That was
Crazy.
back when I still talked to one of y'all's boys or whatever, AD Shelton. He was talking so much shit. And I think I posted that meme or that picture of Murray scoring countless times. Had fun. But that's about the last time we was in a meaningful bowl game. And so it's like when we played Georgia, it wasn't even a big deal. Fuck, man. We was talking about y'all though.
Yeah, I lost.
What did you? I didn't have shit that I seen in my game that I liked, so don't ask me.
What did I like?
What did you
I
see
mean,
anything you like for next year?
it was moments where Khiree, he had little flashes, but if his accuracy could be a little more on point, that would have been a great play. To a certain extent, I kind of already see what we doing with the portal already. Being that Canton Ward chose, he was talking about crazy numbers. Did you hear what he was asking?
Mm-mm. Hey, I
Jit
just noticed
wanted.
something. Khiree, did your mic's been muted? I don't know if it's been the whole time.
Nah, I had just muted it.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, you good.
I marked it. We'll edit this out. Sorry.
Yeah, you good.
Nah, but Cam wanted like 3 to 5 mil, and I'm like, that's excessive.
Cam who?
Ward.
Oh yeah, Cam.
He went to the he chose to go to the NFL because that number was kind of high, from my
That's a lot of
understanding.
money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money
for
that's a lot of bread.
shitload of
It's a
fumbles.
lot of quarterbacks in this year's
But
draft.
the second wave finna hit. A lot of people finna, and I just seen Will Howard say he going to Ohio State. I mean, I think he mid. I didn't want him.
Yeah, he going to Ohio State.
Yeah, I thought he was
I'm
kind of
cool.
mid.
I'm cool with what we got. I feel like DJ took a positive step this year. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, he threw
They ain't
for
have
like the
no. They
same
don't got
amount of
no defense
yards.
in the Pac-12 though, John. Remember?
They don't. Remember that when Michigan fucking mops. Well, let me not give my opinion on what's gonna happen. But
Oh,
hey, that's what I'm saying, bro. Penix does throw lasers. We'll get there.
I
Um,
like Mike P. I
I know,
like Mike
I
P.
know, I know.
I like Mike P a lot. I
Um,
promise you that. I like pennies. I'm just being real.
your boy Restrepo's coming back.
That's okay.
I read that Restrepo's coming back. I feel like that's good. I feel like that's huge for y'all. Your boy
Okay.
TVD looked real comfortable over there on the sideline for
I
we.
saw it. Good for him. I ain't no hater. I ain't no hater, bro. You know what I'm saying? TVD was already in the jersey, man. I said, look at him. Good for you.
All right. You got anything else for our game, Skelt?
Uh,
Come on, get your troll off, man, real quick.
fun fact. Y'all broke like what? 3 Orange Bowl records, I think. Like quick too. Like I was like, damn, because right before they went off the halftime, it was like they just broke a record for like the most points allowed in a half. Like 6 TDs. I was like, shit. I said, okay. At the end of the game, they like, yo, worst Orange Bowl loss, and then the most like 671.
As Jameis Winston said, we're gonna do it then. We're gonna do it big.
I, I said to myself, I was like, bro, this is too easy. I was like, nah, cause I ain't gonna lie, like people were still going for like 4 and 5 days. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just mess with people. I went hard that night because it was a lot of y'all like talking shit. I wasn't gonna come at you, but it was a lot of like, I ain't gonna say no names. There was a
But
lot of
it's
people
the
on that.
but it's, that's what I'm saying though. Like it's kind of you. I understand the trolling. I do because I mean, y'all ain't had much troll about this year. But it's it's a crazy loss. But I mean,
They waited on your
I
failures.
you could tell I could tell you right now, and this is 100% fact. I'm not just saying this because losses usually hurt me. I watched
Hmm.
that entire game, the
Hmm.
entire fucking thing, all the way to the finish. I watched the
It's
whole game.
crazy.
Never was I pissed off. I feel like because I mean
Wow.
I knew what it was from the get go. We had
Okay.
nobody playing, bro. Nobody played. I mean, Ja'Kai Douglas was the guy. That's not that's not good when he's your primary, your number one. We did get Akeem out there. Didn't play my boy Vandrevius Jacobs near enough because I think he's a big part of our offense next
Shout out
year.
to KP.
KP had a fucking crazy snag. Um, yeah, that was one of the few bright spots. Kentron,
I heard he might slide.
yeah, because we're trying to bring in. We're probably gonna get this receiver from LSU. Fuck is his name?
Oh yeah,
Jalen
yeah. I like it.
Brown.
I like him too. Yeah, Jalen Brown. I like him.
Evan Stewart is a real hot thing. We have him hopefully coming in for a visit. I really would like him to get on campus.
I like Evan Stewart too, bro.
I like our wide receiver room. Uh, you know, especially if Brown comes in. But I really like our young bucks. It's just we don't have a Keon Coleman on roster. You know, so we need to find something. Maybe it can be Hakeem. Hakeem's a big guy. We'll see. We got all
Where
I
you
those
get
got
him
guys.
JoJo
from?
Trader coming
Where you
in.
get him from?
Who?
Keon
Huh?
Coleman.
Oh, Michigan State.
Big Ten.
They
Shout out to the
blessed us
Big
with.
Ten.
Yeah, but yeah, he was a fucking animal, man.
You're
I
welcome.
love Keon Coleman.
He was a
He's
beast.
one of my more favorite wide receivers we've had in quite a while.
Mm.
I like Rashad Green a lot when he was here. That was 10 years ago. I can't really think of
P
much
Dub.
between. I mean,
Anquan
that's
Bolden.
way back. Obviously, I'm talking about in the recent
I ain't
time.
like
Yeah,
them batches. I ain't like them guys.
Rashad Green was a stud.
Nah.
Oh yeah, bro. Rashad Green was that dude. All right. Khiree, big Michigan fan. I had a couple questions I want to ask you before we talk about your game that y'all played and the future game. We got a lot to unpack here in this next little bit.
Okay.
First thing I want to ask you is what made you become a Michigan fan?
Um, really, my dad back in the day. Just for one, our high school that we went to in our city, Battle Creek Central, we blue and gold. Um, the rival school is the Spartans, so that's instant. All right, well, we Michigan fans. But really, what really like locked me in as a Michigan fan, like around the time Braylon Edwards, that my favorite number was 1 because of him. So that kind of like shit. I was just wearing Michigan gear all the time. My dad was putting me in Michigan gear. Shit. I went to my first game in the big house at like shit at like maybe like sixth, seventh grade. So that really locked me in. It's like, okay,
Love.
yeah, I'm a Michigan
So,
fan.
so since birth, pretty much. I mean, you didn't have
Yeah.
a choice. Same thing with me
Yeah,
and
I've
Kelt. It wasn't
never
really much of a choice.
yeah, I never really liked Michigan State. Only time that kind of intrigued me with Michigan State was when they won with Mateen Cleaves back in the day basketball. It's like, all right.
Yeah,
Because I always played basketball, but yeah, it was always Michigan over Michigan State.
always. Yeah, you
Always.
you you rep Michigan harder than just about anybody I know up there. I mean, you, Darius, uh, Serge,
Man, I
y'all are
wish it
all.
was this. My boy, he was our coach who took me to my first Michigan game. I even go to Michigan games with him sometimes now. I go tailgate up there with him, go to the games. Mo, Big Mo, we call him Coach Mo. He
Mm-hmm.
goes to every Michigan game. When I say every Michigan game, he was just at this last one. When I say
Yeah,
every Michigan game, he will be in
Man.
Houston. Like, yeah, he goes to
Yeah, no.
every Michigan game. Like that's the biggest Michigan fan I know. Yeah.
That's
that's
dope.
fire. Um, I got another one before. I know Kelt's got some, but this is one I really want to ask you. This is a fun question we like to ask. Your Mount Rushmore of Michigan players.
Uh, okay. I'm gonna
Four
say, and
guys.
this is for the school. This is just when
And
I
this is
think of
yours,
Mich.
by the way, not what you think what it should be or what everybody's popular opinion.
Yeah, nah. It ain't. It's not even gonna be my favorite players. It's just when I think of Michigan, this is who I think of. You
Okay,
know,
well that's what it is then. Yeah,
um, Charles Woodson. That's number one. Um, After that, I gotta say, Bo Schembechler. You gotta mention him. He is football. Those who stay will become champions,
yes, sir.
and that is a
That's
quote we
awesome.
believe, and that is a quote we were about to live. Um, After that, I'm not gonna lie, my boy Jimmy Harbaugh. I gotta say Harbaugh. He was a player there. He won the Rose Bowl there. You know, and then for what he's doing for us right now, I like when you think of Michigan, you think of Harbaugh. And then one more person, I would have to say you gotta mention Desmond. You gotta mention Desmond
I,
because every time you see Michigan, you see any commercial, you see that pose.
yes, sir.
That pose. Those four players you think of when you mention Michigan.
Yeah.
You know, like
I was wondering if
honorable
you had
mention.
Dez. You saved him for last. You kind of scared me for a second.
Yeah, I gotta put Dez up there, man. It was tough, man, because like one of my favorites, like I said, Braylon Edwards made me fall in love with Michigan for real.
That's what's up.
You know how I am about Tom Brady. I love Brady, but it's like
Damn,
for Michigan, you don't think of Michigan when you think of Tom Brady. You
that's a
know,
good point.
you know.
And that's the thing
So
about Mount Rushmore. Me and Kelt's done ours, and you gotta. It's tough, dude. I mean, you shit on some quality fucking players
for sure,
whenever you make a Mount Rushmore. Because you mean, wait a minute, you ain't got. And that's what's so fun to me about it is yours is probably not like your homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different for about everybody.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Desmond, he's definitely on there for mine. Yeah, Desmond is you know, that iconic moment will live in college football forever.
forever. It's just like you said for college football, not even just Michigan.
Yeah,
You
not
know,
just Michigan. Everybody knows that. What
It
you
was a
got something
nice.
for him, Kel?
It was a nice moment. It was a nice moment.
it was a great moment.
It was alright.
Yeah, you had a few yourself. That was a long time ago.
It's alright.
Yeah.
You know.
You got any questions you want to ask him? I do got one more if you don't.
Yeah, I got a few. If you want to go ahead and get yours out, you can.
Okay. Yeah. The last one I was gonna say is your favorite. As all right. Hang on. First of all, the greatest rivalry in all of college football is Florida State and Miami. For everybody that don't know, Khiree and me argue about this a lot. Him, and he likes to Google things, where it shows that where it likes to show that Ohio State and Michigan is the best. Me and Kelt share a similar opinion that we just can't respect games that come on at noon. Um,
It's
I
weird.
mean, I can't eat
It's weird.
breakfast and watch a rivalry game. I just can't do it.
Come on,
Uh,
bro. What's going
ke-
on?
Kegs
Man,
and
listen,
eggs.
I always ask this question too, like, why is this? It's the game. You know what I'm saying? It's called
What?
It's literally called the game. You know what I'm saying? Why is it at 12? But seriously, like, bro, like I understand y'all have hate too. Y'all have hate,
We don't have no
especially in
reason to hate on
Florida.
y'all's game.
No, I'm talking about hate for Florida State and Miami.
Oh yeah, we definitely
But
hate
this
that.
Michigan Ohio State beef is real. Like they don't even use they block off the letter M
That's just
during that
weird
week.
though. That's
You know,
not.
I mean
That's
it is weird, but
that's
I
so
mean
weird.
it's just the hate is real. Like when I go to Ohio, no matter for what it is, I'm wearing Michigan gear because as soon as I see an Ohio State fan, I'm saying go blue. And I'm telling you, like it gets real when that shit talk. Like it gets real, man. Like I have yet to go to the shoe.
Oh,
I have
I
yet to go to the shoe, but I know knowing me
it's gonna be
and
ugly.
and Mills, you've seen the videos about
Yeah, I know how you do.
like I'm gonna talk shit to
Yeah, I've
Ohio
seen
State
you. I've
fans.
seen the snaps of you in there,
So yeah, like
telling them politely where the exit is.
yeah. So like for
I
real,
feel
like
you.
that
I
beef
feel
is
you.
real, bro. That beef is
Okay.
that hate is real.
Okay.
So what I was going to ask though is, so since that's you fucking hate those guys, that's the number one rivalry to Michigan. I mean, there's probably not another team. You probably hate the Celtics, like thinking about all sports, but there's no other team in any sport you hate more than Ohio State.
Nobody.
Okay, so what is your favorite moment in that rivalry's history?
Easy
Of,
for
of you,
me.
of what you've
Yeah.
seen, or just in general?
Yeah, it's easy for me. Like 2 years ago, I was in the big house when we finally beat them. You know, we ended that streak and started this one. Shit, I was there. I ran on the field. I got to storm the field. That was probably one of the best moments of my life. Shit,
I
I
remember
swear,
seeing those
I
snaps.
swear.
That shit was crazy.
Besides my kids being born, like shit, that was literally like that shit was crazy. Being in the snow, I used to say I would never. I always said I would never go to. I've been to a lot of Michigan games, and I've never been in the snow, and I've never been to a Michigan Ohio State game. But that one, I always said if I went, it had to matter, and
Mm.
that one really mattered because I believe I knew that like that year I was like, yeah, we got them.
What was the
We
street?
got them.
What the street was?
I think it was shit 7. It was
A lot.
before it was Denard Robinson when Denard Robinson won
Shoelace.
in the weird ass jerseys we wore.
Cause
You know, beat it.
I ain't gonna hold you. My whole knock on y'all was for as long as I can remember, like they was smacking y'all boys. Like,
Listen,
and I
bro.
used to sit back and I used to be like, I can't remember. This like the first time in my life where y'all like was. Well, no, I can't say that because I was born in '89. Y'all probably was beating them in
I
the
was born in
'90s.
'89, bro, and listen to me.
Okay,
Okay,
y'all was beating them in the
listen to
'90s.
me. I have seen Ohio State, Michigan beat Ohio State. Besides these 3 straight,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 3 times. Like at that, I actually remember. Like I said, I remember Denard Robinson, but even before then,
Yeah,
Lloyd Carr was getting beat by Tressel.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like really all that
I
I
think
know of
Woodson. I know Woodson that was beating. No, no. I think Woodson beat him what once
Woodson.
because
Woodson beat him. Woodson beat him.
So
That's where he
besides
got
these
that
three
pick.
in a row that y'all just did, you probably can only remember maybe 3 wins.
Yeah, maybe. I know 2 for sure, but
That
maybe 3.
sucks.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? For
that's why I
sure.
was like, so
So like the
when I
hate is
went,
real.
you know, I went and did my homework though. I said, all right, so
Yeah.
I did my little homework. I said, all right, you know, on paper, that whole thing, that's a problem with me and you though. That whole thing, that's you know.
No.
We are the University of Michigan.
The
You
whole,
Y'all
Hey,
not that you, bro. Come on now,
we
don't do that.
Now
Don't do
no,
that,
no,
bro.
we don't call us the U. That's not
Bro,
us. We the block
I
M.
just
You see
started
this?
seeing hashtag the real
We the
UM, and
block.
I'm like,
the real UM.
yeah, I seen the real UM, and I'm like, what y'all mean by that? Like, I don't know. I saw it on Twitter. I was just like, that's weird.
Man, we
But
don't
all right,
acknowledge y'all as U of M. Nobody acknowledges y'all as U of M. Nobody, bro.
It's the U, right? I,
bro,
I
it's
agree with him on that.
bro. I'm just
So
saying, bro. It's the University of Miami. We are,
The U.
it's all good, no problem. But I'm gonna be real with you. Y'all got some nice. Y'all got a lead on all y'all rivalries. That's all right.
for sure,
Y'all.
the closest one
Oh,
is the Ohio State one, and they just closed. They
yeah,
closed that gap
yeah.
though over these last past
I
20
didn't.
years. Like I said, they dominated us.
I ain't
That
know it
shit's
was like
real.
that. Player. I'm talking about Michigan State. Why they even playing y'all? That's crazy. I'm looking. I'm
Like
like
like for real, bro. We Michigan State is a rivalry just because it's the
in
Michigan
state.
schools.
Yeah.
Like they're not a rival. Like I have a homeboy. Shout out to him, White Chocolate, my boy Lars. Like
Boy,
he's a
Lars.
like he's a
Shout out
day
to Laura.
one die hard. When I tell you that he hates us, he
So
hates us. He's pissed that we are winning. He's gonna be pissed on Monday when we win, and he
Oh, you
never
speak
wants
like that.
he
Y'all gonna win
wants he
Monday?
wants nothing. He wants nothing to do with Michigan. Like, but we don't look at them as a rival. We look at them as like I said, they little sister. Like they enjoyed their 10-year run.
Wow.
They had like 7 and 10 years. They enjoyed it,
yeah,
and
they're
it's
down
that shit.
bad right now.
Yeah, that shit. It's gonna be even worse now with these
I ain't
teams
gonna
going
lie.
to the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Y'all beefing with Notre Dame too, so
Oh yeah,
I don't like them. I can't
I
stand
don't
them
fuck
like
with
for
them.
real. Like
I got to experience one of those games when they brought back the rivalry. Funny
it's
story about
real.
that.
It's real beef. Like I ain't gonna hold you. It's real beef with Notre Dame. Like I don't fuck with y'all.
Listen, bro. Let me tell you a funny story about Notre Dame. My brother-in-law, he's a graduate from Notre Dame, played basketball there in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Look him up, Ryan Humphrey. He was a coach on the basketball team, assistant coach. Michigan and Notre Dame, the rivalry comes back. First time in like 6, 7 years. He gets us tickets. He tells me before the game, all right, you can't wear nothing Michigan. It's killing me. I'm like, fuck. They're Notre Dame tickets. Their recruits are there.
Oh
The
man.
Under Armour rep is there. Like,
Yeah.
this is Michigan versus Notre Dame, first time in years. Open the season up. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I wear? He like, you can't even wear blue or gold. He was like, I'm like, okay.
Damn.
You know what I wear? I
What's
wear
that?
black and red. I wear black and red. My favorite colors. I'm just out the way. I wear black and red, but my whole outfit is a Jordan outfit. Not thinking Michigan is Jordan. Not thinking that. So I get there, right? I get there. My brother look at me. He like, I'm like, what? I'm walking. Look, we're walking through Notre Dame, like the coaches hub, and we're going to his office. Man, I'm like, what? He like, why would you wear Jordan? Like, we're Under Armour. Why would you wear Jordan, Michigan Jordan? I was like, bro, I wasn't even thinking.
Yeah,
So
that's
he
heat
like,
there.
so look, he gives me a Notre Dame shirt. Like, here, put this on. I'm like, I'm not
Yeah.
wearing that. I
Bruh.
was like,
Right.
he's
I
like,
can't
bro,
do that.
he like, well, you can't sit with us. I'm like, bro, I'm not wearing that. Like, I'm not. This is Michigan versus Notre. I'm not wearing that, bro. I'm like, at all. I'm not wearing it. If I ain't got to go to the game, I'm just not gonna go to the game.
Right.
He got me tickets, but instead of sitting row 6, where all the all the action is, I had to
Yeah.
sit like row 40
Yeah. You got to get on back there.
and watch my team get their ass kicked that year.
Oh
But you didn't put that
wow.
Notre Dame shit on, though, did you?
But I bet I didn't put that Notre Dame shit
No.
on
But, hey, I
Yeah,
respect
absolutely.
at all.
Yeah. All right. So, um, how do you feel about up north football and down south football? How do you feel as though there's a superior game in the
it. Skill
north or the
gap.
south?
Yeah, for sure. It's not even no. There's no
I
doubt
mean,
about it. Anybody says otherwise, they're crazy. Now, I feel like, especially in Michigan right now, we have some notables that are doing better. You know what I'm saying? We're improving in the Detroit area. We have, I mean, even with Bryce Underwood, like #1 player in the nation, about to declare on the 6th where he's going. He's going to announce. And like we have Sauce Gardner. I mean, we have players who are
oh,
getting
that's
better to
nephew.
that level.
Fuck with Sauce.
Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even believe in Sauce, like, because I was a firm believer.
I fuck with
Me and
Sauce.
Peb are firm believers that skill position in Michigan or even
Come
up
down here.
north, yeah, you need to come down south if you need to recruit
Ah,
the best,
okay.
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know, and that's
Okay.
just real. But I feel like, are we trying to close that gap? Yes, but it's never going to compare to the Texas, the Florida, the
Especially high
Okay.
school.
yeah,
Okay.
especially high school. It's a
I want
different
my
game down
lineman.
there.
I want my lineman from up there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well, you know, I felt like me and Mills would talk about the Ohio State Michigan rivalry, and I feel like for some reason a lot of the you know beat writers, I guess hosts or whatever, always kind of pull hard for the up north teams, in my opinion, when it comes to how the rankings fall and stuff like that, because you always catch Ohio State in the top 10 for some reason, and then when they play in the championship versus Clemson or LSU or Florida State, maybe it might. We'll see. Well, yeah, they played some team from the South, and they end up getting smacked like horribly.
and that's because, like, right, I mean, for what you were saying with Ohio State, the rankings were high. Like Ohio State for the past 10 years, they were up there in recruiting. They're a high level recruit, especially when they had Urban
Yeah,
and I mean, they were getting the recruits. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Heartline. They still got Heartline. I mean,
yeah, they're still getting the recruits. I mean, they're getting the
Jeremiah Smith,
it's
sheesh.
starting it's starting to drop now, you know what I'm saying? Especially once the Big Ten, what was missing for the Big Ten was literally us, like
yeah.
competing. Like without us
Right.
competing, it was just Ohio State and everybody
And
knew
they
We know
always
this.
throw Penn
We know
State
it,
up there,
it.
and Penn State always is like a top 10 team, and then
and
they
then get
fucking play
smacked.
y'all and play Ohio State and get
Get
fucking beat the
smacked.
same shit every year, same shit. Iowa,
Yeah.
Yep.
same thing, bro. Iowa will be a top. Iowa it refuses to score more than 10 points in a fucking game. Refuses.
But they defense ain't allowing 21. You got to break 21
The
on them.
defense was tough. And I'm not gonna lie, like
For real.
I went to the
They
Big
played
Ten
y'all
champ
tough.
I
They
went to
played
the
y'all
Big
real
Ten,
tough.
bro. I went to that game, bro, and I'm
They
not gonna
played y'all
lie.
tough.
Like, I'm like Iowa defense is better than what a lot of people say.
They played y'all
Yeah, they
Like
play
real
people are
hard,
hard.
like,
bro.
oh, it's just Iowa. I'm like, nah, bro. Like they
Nah.
was really making plays out there. Like I'm watching that shit.
But
Like
they're
they
not
making
scoring more than
plays,
7 to 10
but
points.
they couldn't score, and that's
Yeah.
what hurts their defense. Like if you can't control the peel on the offensive end, then your defense is
Defense gonna
gonna be
get tired.
tired. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
easy.
Facts.